Let's start with the prayers. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunayama Devaha Bhadram Pashye Makshabhir Yajatraha Stirairangaihi Stuštuvagum Sastanubihi Vyashema Devahitam Yadayuho Swasti na Indro Vriddashravah Swasti nastakshorarishthanemihi Swasti no Brihaspatir Dhadato Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Mandukya Upanishad is one of the most important Upanishads for the realization of the Supreme Self within us. It's a very short Upanishad consisting of 12 mantras, but very, very profound, very deep in its meaning. And many seekers have realized their self through this Upanishad in a fairly easy manner compared to other Upanishads. I would consider this Upanishad to be the best among what I have studied, mainly because we are able to meditate on this Upanishad much more easily than other Upanishads. And there is a methodology followed here. If we follow that methodology, there is a very good chance that we will be able to realize the ultimate substance in the universe, which the Upanishad is meant to reveal. We have seen a small introduction last week, and the introduction continues with this slide here. As I said before, this Upanishad belongs to the Atharvana Veda. There are 4 Vedas: Sama Veda, Rig Veda, Atharvana Veda, Yajur Veda. And this word Mandukya Upanishad, the word Mandukya is derived, some commentators say that it is derived from a rishi called Manduka Rishi, to whom this Upanishad was revealed when he was in meditation. So it is believed that this Upanishad was revealed to him. Like all other Upanishads, they are all revealed to rishis who have a very, very fine mind. Their mind can totally get tuned to the ultimate reality. And that ultimate reality wants to reveal itself. And in different rishis, different ways of revelations have been given in the Upanishads. Like I said, there were almost 1,200 Upanishads or 1,200 schools teaching Upanishads once upon a time in the Vedic period in India. And very, if you go through these Upanishads, it's so strange that we will feel all of them are trying to reveal the same substance. All. If you study each one of these Upanishads, you will find that what they are trying to reveal is Brahman. That one entity which is the substratum for this entire universe. It is the same one topic, one subject matter, but in different ways they have been, different paths, different ways they have been used to reveal that one entity. Very, very beautiful methodology which is followed in the Vedic period. And generally for study, we take 12 Upanishads, 10 or 12 Upanishads. Shankaracharya has written commentary on 10 Upanishads. And if you follow some of these Upanishads, very famous Upanishads is Kathopanishad, Keno Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad. Taittiriya Upanishad because it talks about the 5 koshas. Shankaracharya in his definition talks about Atma is not one of the 5 koshas. So Taittiriya straight away directly relates to that definition of Atma. Then Mandukya Upanishad also directly reflects the Atma definition. It is not one of the 3 states of consciousness. So these two Upanishads are directly connected to the definition of Atma. Satyam Jnanam Anantam is mentioned in the definition of Atma. It is connected to Taittiriya Upanishad again. Then what is left out is that Atma is not one of the 3 bodies, gross body, subtle body, and causal body. Indirectly, it is also reflected in the Mandukya Upanishad. And then there are other Upanishads which also take up this topic of 3 bodies. Atma is beyond the 3 bodies. So coming back, this rishi called Manduk is one of the meanings of Manduk, name of a rishi. The second name is Manduka frog. Generally, it is believed that frogs go in hibernation for 6 months during rainy season. So a jnani in hibernation, in meditation, comes out singing ha, hu, ha, and things like that. And therefore, sometimes some commentators have said Mandukya means Manduka frog, like a rishi, like a frog. He comes out of meditation and sings this song of Mandukya. So therefore, the Mandukya gets its name. The third meaning is jumping frog. It hops and jumps. Therefore, Jiva jumps from waking to dream, dream to sleep, and therefore the Upanishad gets its name, Mandukya. Because exactly like a frog jumps, Jivas also jump from into 3 states. The most important work in this Upanishad has been done by Gaudapadacharya. Gaudapadacharya was the guru, grand guru of Shankaracharya. The guru of Shankaracharya's name is, the guru's name is Govindapadacharya. Now Govindapadacharya, his guru was Gaudapadacharya. So assuming that they were all, the period in which they were living were all beyond 2000 years. I mean, from today onwards, we look back, we are talking about a period 2000 years ago. And in that time period, these verses or these explanations, the logical explanations were all written. And since then, several acharyas, several commentators have come and given their own explanations on these verses of these 12 verses. So sometimes you have one commentary, like for example, Shankaracharya has written a commentary on Mandukya Upanishad. Now, on Mandukya Upanishad commentary, there are some people who have written another commentary on the Shankaracharya's commentary. Those people are called as Tikakaras. And Gaudapada Acharya's Karikas, his verses are called as Karikas. His commentary is called as Karikas. And it is available in book form from the Chinmaya mission. And it is also available in other, also from Ramakrishna mission, it's available. So you can get a copy of the verses and the Karikas and the meaning of those explanations, because the Upanishad reveals something which I would like to experience in myself, understand it in myself. So between the fact which is revealed in the Upanishads and my experience, that is where the gap is. Intellectually, we are supposed to understand, analyze, and so on that Upanishad, so that we also can understand the actual revelation of that Upanishad in ourselves. Agama means Veda. And the only one objective of the Veda Anta portion, the end portion of the Veda, is to arrive at one absolute reality. And there are Mahavakyas, which are statements from the Vedas, from the Upanishads, which reveal this truth. Absolute reality means what? It means that beyond that, there is nothing in this universe. There is one entity which we call it as reality. It is not a person. God as a person is in religion. Shiva, Durga, Devi, all these are the personifications of one reality. And the personifications came during the Puranic times. Vedavyasa wrote the 18 Puranas and the other sub-Puranas, and he popularized the Vedantic knowledge in the form of devatas, in the form of, so that people can understand and slowly get their mind tuned towards the reality. We will see what the importance of Mahavakyas in verse number 2 of this Upanishad when we take up that mantra today. The first mantra, I have sent you the chantings of Swami Paramatmananda from Chennai to all of you, so that if you want to learn by heart, if you want to get the correct pronunciation of the Sanskrit verses, you can refer to that chanting which I have sent to each one of you by WhatsApp. In case you have not received it, you can write to me or to vedantastudents.com and we will send it to you. The first mantra, Hari Om. Om ityetat aksharam idam sarvam. Tasyopya vyakhyanam bhutam bhavat bhavishyat. Iti. Sarvam omkara eva. Yat chanyat trikalatitam tad apya omkara eva. What does this mean? It says that Om represents all which was in the past, all the present, and all the future. That which is beyond the three periods of time is indeed Om. Very, very beautiful, profound definition of Om is given here. And this definition is what is called as timelessness. Whenever the Upanishad talks about Brahman or this reality, it usually talks about Om, and that Om is generally described as timeless. And from that timeless entity, time is born. Very, very important point in Vedanta. Whenever we are trying to realize that Om in ourselves, we must use this definition of Brahman, this definition of reality. Is a very, very important point. From this only, the words which are used are immanent, transcendent. These two words which we commonly use, and these two words, transcendent and immanent, are fully described in the Karikas. In the commentary portion of these 12 verses by Gaudapadacharya, these two words, what is immanent and what is transcendent. I will explain to you immanent and transcendent when we take the next verse. But what is important here is, first of all, to understand that there is something. In the waking state, we experience time. In the dream state, we experience a different time. It's not the same time zone what we experience and what we experience in the waking. There is a different time scale experienced in dream. Mandukya Upanishad, all the 12 mantras, they take up the analysis of consciousness in 3 states of experience. This you should be very clear. Throughout these 12 verses, we are going to dissect our own experiences of waking, dream, and sleep. And what lies beyond the 3 states, which is called as transcendent, and what lies invariably present in all the 3 states, which is called as immanent. Immanent means what? It is there in waking, it is there in dream, it is there in sleep. That is the nature of Atma. That is the nature of Turiyam. Atma, Turiyam, they are the same. In this Upanishad, Atma is called as Turiyam. Turiam. Turiyam. So this Turiyam or this Atma is present in right now in this waking state. When we go to sleep, in the sleep state, this Atma is present. Again, when we wake up tomorrow, this Atma is present. In the dream state, this Atma is present. So there is one light of consciousness, which is called as Om in this mantra number 1. And it is present in all the 3 states. That is the first lesson. The second lesson is, it was present in the past. All things were present in the past is under this consciousness, under this Atma, under this Turiya. That means there is something which is changeless in this universe. Now we are indicating changelessness in this mantra. time is changing. Morning has become afternoon, afternoon has become night. The past has become present, present becomes the future. So past, present, and future, they're all with respect to time. But there is an entity, a changeless entity, very, very important. It exists. This is the first thing you should accept. There is something in this universe which is changeless. The body is changing, the mind is changing, the world is changing. But there is a light of consciousness which is not changing. And that light of consciousness is called as Om. The word Om represents all our experiences. In the past, what I experienced, the present, what I am experiencing, and the future, what is being experienced. Here, we are not talking about the three states. That will come a little later. But here, the Upanishad wants to introduce timelessness beyond the three periods of time also. So that means what? There is something which is beyond time. This is what beautifully was explained to Kathopanishad, in Kathopanishad to Nachiketa. Nachiketa asked the same question to Lord Yama. Tell me, what is there which exists, but we don't know what it is. What is beyond death? Nachiketa's question was, what is beyond death? Is there something? Beyond death means what? Beyond changes. I experience change all the time. Death is one of the changes. The day changes, the morning comes, the evening comes, and it's all changes. It's changes and changes which is happening. Is there anything beyond? Some people say there is something. Some people say there is nothing. So Nachiketa was confused. He asked whom? Lord Yama, the Lord of Death. And the Lord of Death says, yes, there is something. And there also it is the same Om which was revealed. Here also the Upanishad is going to reveal to us this word which represents the ultimate entity. This Om is what is going to be described. And the first definition of this Om is, it's beyond time. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, you may recall the third verse in 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Aksharam Brahma Paramam Swabhavo Dhyatma Muchyate Bhuta Bhavotkara Visargaha Karma Sanghitaha. So this Brahman there was revealed as this Omkara, as Aksharam. That means it never perishes. And then it said in the same chapter, the 13th verse of that chapter, Om ite kaksharam brahma vyavaharan mamunasmaran yap prayati tejan deham sayati paramam gatin. Uttering the one syllable Om and remembering me, that particular entity which represents this Om, which is called as Turiya, which is called as God, the one who leaves the body uttering this word Om, he reaches me. This is one of the famous mantras of the Bhagavad Gita. The 13th mantra of chapter 8 gives us what is this Om and how by chanting this Om we can reach the highest in this universe. The highest is what? Beyond time. Timelessness. During our meditation sessions, I will be taking these sessions, these group discussions and sessions till for 1 hour. For 10-15 minutes, about 10 minutes, I will take a sort of a meditation session, and then there will be a question answer. So my objective is to reveal this Om to all those who are listening to this talk. At the end of these 12 mantras, at the end of the Mandukya Upanishad, we should be able to say, yes, I have a glimpse of that Om. I know what it is. In me, there is something which is called as Om. What it is, we will see. Right now, first definition of Om is, it is beyond time. It is also in time. All that is past, present, and future is all in this Om. It is the light of consciousness which is always present. It was present in the past. When it was present in the past, it was also called as present. In future, when it is present, it will also be called as present. That means what? All the time we are only experiencing the present. With reference to certain events in our life, we divide the time into past, present, and future. With reference to the growth in the body, with reference to the growth of certain events for us, experiences, which we call experiences, we call it past experience, present, and future. But the reality, in reality, there is no time. Time is relative. When a baby is born, we say he was born 10 years ago, 15 years ago. We are born, say, so many years ago. But that is with reference to the body. But we are talking about the awareness, consciousness principle, which is always present. It has got nothing to do with the body. The body has come in consciousness. It will go out in consciousness. But consciousness remains. That is what is our goal here. What is it which is not affected by time? The body is affected by time. But the awareness, I am aware of this body. I am aware of my mind. That awareness principle is not affected by time. I mean, there's so much to talk about time itself. One can go on and on. Coming back to this slide, Om means one sound, Eka Aksharam Brahma. Tasya iti. Upavakhyanam. Upavakhyana means explanation of Om. What is the explanation of Om? It is Brahman. Yachak Trikala Titam. Trikala Titam means what was in the past. Atitam, it was in the past. It is in present. It will be in future. That is called as Om. And what is the meaning of beyond time? When I say there is an explanation here, that which is beyond time. Beyond time means unmanifest. avyakta avastha. The sleep state is also called as avyakta avastha. Avyaktam. Avyaktam means unmanifest. Manifest means what? Manifest means time is experienced. I experienced morning, afternoon, evening. So this is called as manifestation of time. And the same time becomes unmanifest when I don't experience time. And that is the state of sleep. That is what is called as silence. It is called as the causal state. Prakriti. All these are just names of the same state, avastha. Avastha means experience. So that state, that experiential state in which there is no time experience is called as Sushupti. It's called as causal karana shariram. When you understand Mandukya Upanishad, you will understand what is karana shariram, which has been defined in the Tattvabodha. But now here you will understand the depth of the karana shariram. When we go through these mantras, you will understand there is a lot of information in this karana shariram. There's a lot of data provided in the Mandukya Upanishad. When you go through the karikas and especially the chapter 2nd, 3rd, 4th of the Mandukya karikas, you will find that this sleep state is analyzed tremendously. It's so much of impact is there. In the 6th mantra of this Upanishad, the sleep state is defined. And how divine is that state, where we drop our identification with this body. We drop identification with the mind. We drop identification with everything in the universe. And then still we are there in an undifferentiated condition. It is an unmodifiable state, unmodified. You see, in the waking state, our thoughts are changing rapidly. Our body cells are changing rapidly. But in the sleep state, body cells are changing, but we are not aware. Even in the waking state, you might say, I'm not aware of the change in the body cells, but we are aware of the thoughts. So change is experienced in the waking state. It is not experienced in the sleep state. In the sleep state, that is why it is called as avyaktam. Vyaktam means whatever the sense organs can perceive. Like the eyes can see the forms and colors. The sound can be heard. So when it is heard, sound is, right now you are listening to me, that means it is the vyakta avastha. In the sleep state, neither am I speaking or neither are you hearing. But you are there. That is called as avyakta avastha. Avyakta means where the sense organs are not perceiving the universe. You have to be crystal clear when it comes to some of these terms which are used here. And as we progress further and further, you'll find by using certain indicators in this Upanishad, in the 7th mantra, that ultimate reality will be revealed. Therefore, slowly start understanding every little information which you can get about our 3 states. So the unmodified state of entire creation is Om. Manifest, unmanifest. The manifest is called as gross or subtle. Gross means the objects perceived by the sense organs. They're all manifest. The mind is also manifest. Emotions, they are manifest. They come from unmanifest to manifest condition. Where is the mind which is full of knowledge? Where is the mind when you go to sleep? It goes into unmanifest, undifferentiated condition. Therefore, that condition is called as the causal state. That is the cause, the effect is Svapna and Jagrat. Dream and waking are born out of the undifferentiated causal state, which is the sleep state, in which there is no time, and beyond that sleep state is this Atma. Beyond that sleep state is this awareness, consciousness, Turiya, Brahman, God. All these are names. But where does it lie? It is lying in the state which is beyond the unmanifest state. When I take my mind in meditation from the Jagrat Avastha to the Sushupti Avastha and apply this knowledge, I am that Om principle, which is defined as beyond time. I will be able to get a glimpse of that Turiyam or Brahma. That is the beauty of this first verse itself. Straight away, the revelation is there. When we close our eyes and we follow this description of what is the first definition of Om, you will be able to reach it. Awareness of the sequence of experiences and thoughts is called as krama sambit. The sequence, krama. Time is called as krama sambit. Means what? It is a sequence. It's a sequence of experiences. My mind was involved in a set of experiences with the world of objects in the morning at 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. That sequence got changed in the afternoon when I went to sleep. In the evening, my mind experienced the Mandukya class. I listened to the class. That experience changed to sleep when I go to sleep in the night. So what is time? Time is krama sambit. It is only a change with reference to experiences in the mind. Change with experiences with reference to thought is called as time. The gap between two thoughts is where the time is born. Time arises only when sequence of experience begins. In the sleep state, there is no time. The morning, the alarm rings, immediately the time begins for me. 5 o'clock becomes 6 o'clock. Between 5 to 6, I have thought so many things. My body has taken action on so many things. Organs of action start working. Organs of knowledge start working in time. And the organs of action and organs of knowledge, they close the window of time when we go to sleep. When the mind is closed, the window of the mind is the window of the world. When the window of the mind is open, the window of the world is open, and the window of time and space is open. When the window of mind is closed, consciousness which is behind the mind is always there. That consciousness is immortal, and that is what we call it as timeless. So what we are knowing is there is something which is beyond time. It is not beyond experience, because all of us are that principle. We are that timeless principle. We are that consciousness, awareness principle. There's no doubt, because the only thing which we can never have any doubt is I am. You can doubt about everything else in the world, whether there is, you may have doubts about what this body is, what the mind is, what is this world outside, suppose you want to look at a flower, you may have doubt, you may have different theories, and what the flower is, what the earth is, what the sky, what the elements are. All this is, there could be questions. The only question which you cannot have any doubt about is I am. I am is always doubtless. Right now I am this awareness principle. After that, I use my sense organs. I become a student of Vedanta. I become a student of this class. But I am is invariable. This I am, there is no time. When my mind starts looking at the world, when my mind, the impressions of the outer world come into my mind, time is born. Suppose there are too many events happening in the day. Morning, you're totally busy in the office, or you're performing an operation in the theater. You have surgical operation, or you're totally focused on some studies or some work, or every minute of the day you're just busy talking to 20 people in the office, conducting meetings. What happens? You lose track of time, because your thoughts are continuously flowing into the world. When the thoughts in the mind are continuously flowing, the concept of time changes. Suppose you don't have so much of action. You have certain actions, you have planned for the day, you are aware. Then what happens is, you are able, when the thoughts in the mind reduce, then you become aware of yourself. Yes, I have to do this also. I have to do this also. So every time you have to pull back yourself from the actions and then go into timelessness and become again aware of what you have to do. So in unmanifest, there is no concept of time, and beyond that is what this Om is revealing. That silence aspect between the two Oms, that silence aspect is our self, our true self, which is our awareness. Sarvam idam, all this world with many forms, emotions, thoughts, objects, world, idam. That is why in the 13th chapter, Lord Krishna says idam. This entire world of experiences in time is called as idam. And who is the experiencer of this? The awareness, consciousness is aham. That is the revelation which is beyond time, which is called as Om. Why do we call it Om? We will see in the following verses how all the experiences are defined under the word Om. We will see. So Kshetram and Kshetrajna. Kshetrajna is this silence, is this timelessness, is Turiyam. I will be using the word Turiyam constantly in this Mandukya sessions, Turiyam means Atma, Turiyam means Brahman. With reference to this individual body, it is called as Atma. With reference to the total creation, it is called as Brahman. It is only a change in the name for purpose of teaching. The entity is one. That entity is changeless, timeless. These are very beautiful verses, and they all talk about one entity which is revealed by this word Om. Om, when you chant Om, it is manifest sound. Manifestation is Prakriti. But beyond this Prakriti, we have unmanifest sound or the silence, which is Purusha. That Purusha, that silence is also revealed when you chant Om. Because when you chant Om, the sound cannot come without the silence. It's two sides of the same coin. So when the whole world can be described in the form of sounds. The whole world can be described by names. All forms are given names. All names are nothing but Om. We will see slowly how this development takes place. So the first thing we should understand is sound is not independent principle. Sound depends on silence. From silence, the sound emerges. Similarly, from Om, from the silence part of Om, this entire creation comes into manifestation. And this entire creation can be described with names. Everything in creation is given a name. Suppose there is no name, there is no creation. Suppose something is lying in Jupiter, Mars or something, and it is lying there and we are not aware of it, and there's no name to it. That is why when we discover a new planet or a new star or something, a name of the revealer of that, the scientist name is given, because then you can link up. What is nameless is not in creation. What is with name is creation. What is name is nothing else but Om. We are going to see that now. All names come from Om. They resolve into Om. In any language, be it Russian, be it Urdu, be it any language, German, Swiss, any language, Japanese, all this comes from the letter O. And why? Because now we will go into the description of how the words are formed. And the first vowel, the first sound which we always utter is A. If you look at a baby, he or she will utter the word A. You open the mouth, it will be the sound called A. A mother will say, A means the baby will open the mouth and she will put the food into the baby's mouth. The baby understands. A means open the mouth. A. The sound A. So A, Om consists of three alphabets, A, U, Ma. The last consonant, the first consonant, the first vowel, the first sound is A. The last sound is Ma. When you close your mouth, M. The sound which comes when you open the mouth is M. The air comes out when you close your mouth and you open the mouth, it is Ma. Sounds are called as guttural, palatals, retroflex, dental, and labial. This is a little bit technical. Just I'm giving it to you so that you can understand. There are a lot of literature available on this in the web. Sound coming from the throat, sound coming from the throat to the lips. Ka, ka, ga, ga, na. These are all the Sanskrit alphabets. They are all called as gutturals. Palatals means ch, ch, j, j, na. These are all the alphabets which are used with the help of the tongue. Cerebral means the tongue touches the root of the mouth. The tongue touching the teeth is called as tha, tha, dha, dha, na. And the labial is pa. The lips, they touch each other and then you can utter pa, pa, ba, ba, ma. So these are just different types of sounds which are produced by the mouth. Others like yara, la, all other sounds, they are all coming in between. Om sound contains all the letters, words, names, and forms. Emotions are also given certain names. Thoughts are given names. The whole universe is always given a name, and that name is nothing but Om. When we open our mouth, A. When we close the mouth, U. When we open the mouth again, Ma. A, U, Ma is Om. You close, open the mouth, you utter, let the air pass through the mouth. The only word which will come is called as Om. This Om has got a lot of significance in the Vedas and certain Upanishads. It has been said that the Lord created the sound, created the universe by uttering Om. Om, Om, Om. He uttered this, and then he created the entire universe. This has been said in the Upanishads. Scientists recently, there were some WhatsApp messages which were circulated, some videos were circulated. They say that some scientists have discovered the sound Om in the interior portion of the sun. The sound emanating from the interior portion of the sun is Om. The sound is Om, Om, Om in the sun. There were some messages which were circulated. This is available in the web. You can easily locate these things. When you close the ears, you will hear the sound Om. You close your ear through your thumb. With your two thumbs, when you close your ears, you will hear the sound Om going inside. Omkara is the Swarupam of Lord Ganesh. The basis for all sounds is Shanti, which is the silence. Shanti is not perceptible because it is unmanifest. Unmanifest means what? Silence. You chant Om and you stop. You go into unmanifest condition of sound. Again you chant. Again you stop. That's what we are going to do in meditation today. All sounds are meant for manifesting silence. This is a very important sentence. All sounds are meant to manifest silence. Like the moonlight manifests the sunlight, the sound manifests silence. It reveals silence. When we say, we don't say it reveals, we say it manifests. So sound Om reveals or it manifests something on which the sound is coming, which is called as the substratum. So similarly, silence part of Om is the substratum Turiyam, Brahman. That Shanti aspect of Om is nothing else but the substratum of the whole universe, because the whole universe comes out in the form of names, and names are nothing else but all are one condensation of one word called as Om. All names in all languages, if you really go into the depth of it through the scientific analysis, you will come to this conclusion that all words in all languages come into this final Om. Bindu nada kalatitaha Om. These are all used in certain other forms of analysis. Bindu, nada, these are all again finer analysis of the sound. Sound in degrees of manifestation is Bindu. That means different degrees at Bindu, Nada, Kala. Again, this information you can get in the web. So the essence of the verse 1 is Om, and Om is all this. Idam. Idam shariram kaunteya. Kshetra Vidhyabhidiyate. Chapter 13 of the Bhagavad Gita. So what I will do is I will stop with this description of the first verse today. Let your mind go through what we have learned. The most important point is Om represents timelessness. Timelessness is my real Swarupam, my nature. Nature cannot be experienced, but it can be known. I own up that nature as my real self. That is the teaching from verse 1 of this Upanishad. Let's try to contemplate on this for 1 week before we come next and start the second verse. And the second verse is a Mahavakyam. This Atma is Brahman. I am Atma Brahma. If you see the second verse, you will find this Atma. This is the second lesson of Mandukya Upanishad. The first lesson we have seen today. We will run into the second. This is a Mahavakya verse. We will go to the, we'll go through this verse in order to understand the same entity which was revealed as timeless. Okay, so I will just close this session, and what I'll do is I will ask you to close your eyes so that we can have a quick 10-minute meditation, because you want, some people they want, most of you wanted the meditation session. So what we will do is, this is just a 10-minute exploration of our own minds, because ultimately the revelation of Atma is something which is beyond the mind. Please close your eyes, sit straight. You can sit on a chair, keep your spine erect. but gently close the eyes. For the next 10 minutes, I am a seeker. I live in this body. I am the indweller in this body. I am called a jiva. This indweller, I become a father when my child is in front. Or when my mind is identifying with my child. Without this identification, I am Atma. Pure, conscious being. Breathing happens in the body. I am aware of this breath. I am not the prana. I am the awareness. Conscious of my breath. Thoughts of the world enter the mind. I am the light which gets reflected in the thought. Every thought manifests the light of consciousness. I remember this fact. I don't analyze any thought. Thoughts come, thoughts go. There is no time in consciousness. All experiences come in time, exist in time. Resolve in timeless. I will chant Om. You just listen to the sound. Be aware of the gap before the next sound of Om comes. Om. Whenever you get a thought of the world, mentally chant Om. Om represents the center of the universe, the witness, the consciousness. I am that consciousness. I learn to reject all other thoughts. Again and again. And own up, I am. I am is timeless, bodiless, pure awareness. Mindless. This is my true nature. To remember this nature, I use the sound Om. Om. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudacchade Purnasya Purnamaya Purnameva Vasishyade. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I become aware of my breath again. I slowly rub my palms and rub my eyes and gently open the eyes. So we will, I'll ask Shanmugam to open up the If you have any questions, you can ask me either on meditation or on what we discussed as the first mantra today. As we progress in meditation, this will be a gradual increase, a graded in meditation session. As we progress slowly, I will give you the finer details of Om, and we will learn how to use this Om to arrive at the very depth of our own self. Does anybody have a question?
Mr. Shekhar, this is Jacqueline. I have one question.
Yeah, Jacqueline?
You were saying Om encompasses everything,
Yeah.
past, present, and future.
Yeah.
I'm a bit confused, and Om also reveal names. In terms of pure consciousness, we shouldn't be identified with name, objects, or everything. So how does that work?
Yeah, you see, the Om represents two things. One is the sound, another is the silence. The sound aspect of Om is basically the name and form. The sound represents the entire world of objects. The silence represents the formless nature, which is called as Shanti. The formless nature is the pure consciousness, which you cannot describe. There is no words to describe. Because there are no words to describe, we say the silence represents consciousness. Because Om also has the sound is a representation of three letters. The three letters are A, U, Ma, A, U, M. These three letters, they represent all the words which can come out from the three alphabets, A, U, M. Whatever we are experiencing in the world, we have to, when we talk about it, suppose I don't talk about it, I experience something, I want to tell you something. I will be using words. In order to express, I have to use words. All speech consists of expressions of our experiences. All, because expressions are in the form of words predominantly, we say that names are only coming from three words, three alphabets. Therefore, the sound represents the entire universe itself. But the universe is not only names and forms, but there is a substratum. There is a consciousness in this universe. So in the first mantra, the first revelation there is the entire universe can be described by the sound Om. Then the sound Om, the author, the Rishi elaborates further. He says, how do I express, how to reveal this, how to reveal this universe? Universe is always seen in time, experienced in time, and it is resolves in time. So in order to reach this pure state of silence, the Upanishad is trying to tell us a methodology, something which we all experience. For example, just now we did this meditation. We heard the sound and then there was a silence. That silence represents timelessness. And that timelessness is Atma. Timelessness cannot be experienced because it is not something which we can, which we use a mind. See, we say timelessness is our nature. I can see certain things. For example, I see forms and colors through my eyes. So there I say I perceive. I hear the sound. Therefore, I say I perceive. Because all these are all ultimately, we must understand it is coming in the form of thoughts. I will be discussing this aspect a little bit more deeper when I discuss the Vichara Sagara portion at the end of this Mandukya Upanishad. So today, to answer your question, Jacqueline, Om represents the whole universe because it is the sound and the silence which forms sound, which forms the sound Om. It also represents, in order to experience, to know what this silence is, the author, the Rishi is telling us, it is timeless. This Om, the Shanti, the silence portion is timeless. The timeless is our real nature, from where this entire, the whole universe resolves in this timelessness. And therefore, he describes the past, present, and future. And he says, all these experiences which you think are independently there, they are not independently there, but they are all dependent on another principle, which is called timeless. Till today, I don't know this timelessness. If I don't listen to the Upanishads or come to Bhagavad Gita, we don't know this. Normally we take that our life consists of just events in life, and then that's the end of it. But this is a new revelation for us. If I know that I am of this nature, I will not be bothered about death, about this, about all the events which keep on happening. So the immortality aspect, the silence aspect, is revealed through this Om. The more I chant this Om and I am able to observe the silence, I will get a true nature of this silence. I myself will have some experiences in me which will reveal this Atma to me. That is the methodology which we are going to follow. We are going to give a little bit more description as we go. What is this A means? A means the waking state. U means the dream state. M means the sleep state. We are going to discuss these three details in the following mantras. And what is this pure state we are talking about? I am Atma Brahma. This Atma, this silence, the timelessness is my nature. That is the revelation of this Upanishad. So are you getting it? You slowly, you'll get more and more clarity, Jacqueline, as we go. As we go through this whole process, you will find more details, more explanations you will get, and slowly you will understand this nature.
Yes, appreciate. I think I jump because I was thinking about, we are pure consciousness. We shouldn't be identified with name. But
Yes.
then on the other side, because it's past, present, and future,
Yes.
and they represent the whole universe, and therefore we are named. But then there is another version of consciousness, which is the silent, will cover everything else.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the author wants us to take from where we are today. We are today experiencing time. So the author is taking us from the experience of time and trying to explain to us that the past is also in consciousness. The present is also in consciousness. The future will also be in consciousness. So don't keep your attention on the name and form or the events which you are experiencing. Focus on the silence, focus on the timelessness nature of Atma, and make this as the center of yourself. The center of your own self is the center of the entire universe, is what is being revealed. That is called as Om. When you say Om, actually it is a sound. But what is revealing, what is manifesting that sound is the silence.
Okay, appreciate. So the ultimate goal is the silence. Okay.
Yes.
Appreciate.
Okay, thank you. Very good question, Jacqueline. Anybody else has any other question?
Good evening, Shekharji. This is Sandeep.
Yeah, Sandeep. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a wonderful session. Like, that you're talking about, the significance of Om. Yeah, and one more thing, Shekharji.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so while we while we do meditation, or probably while we chant Om, right?
Yes.
So Om comprises of three letters, A, U, and M, right?
Yes.
So does we have to give the same amount of time, to chant A, U, and M in same degree, or is it like we can chant it all together?
Okay, good question. This is a very, very important question, which all the people who are taught, they ask this question. See, AUM is a explanation of the word sound of Om. When you chant Om, just open your mouth, Om, Om, Om. Don't try to chant Aum, Aum. That is a wrong chanting. Some people, they literally take A means A, U, Ma. So they start chanting Aum, Aum, Aum. So it's not Aum. The sound has to be pronounced only as opening the mouth and closing the mouth. Om, Om, Om. So don't focus on the letter A, U, M when you are chanting. When you are looking at the meaning of the word Om, at that time, use the three letters. So while chanting, you just open the mouth, Om, close the mouth, M comes. Again, Om, Om, Om. Don't focus on the AUM three letters part while chanting. But when you look at the meaning, we are going to study the meaning of these three words, three alphabets. After you have learned the meaning, then you are supposed to do meditation on what you have learned as the meaning. That is a separate process which I will be teaching after this. In future sessions, when we go through it, A stands for waking state. So at that time, in your mind, you have to use the thoughts pertaining and let the experiences of the waking state go through at the time of of remembering the three alphabets.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Right
yeah,
now, to answer your question straight, just chant Om. Don't try to chant Aum. Don't use the word three alphabets.
Yeah, so I've been doing this actually since so long. Thanks, Shekharji, because like this has been told by some other organization to chant like A, U, and M. But yeah, I think it makes sense actually to sound it as Om, rather than splitting the words, right?
Yeah,
Because
don't
Om is
split. Because
yeah,
when you chant, you don't need to split. But
correct.
to know the meaning, at that time, when you meditate on the meaning, you use the word ah. Then you look at each alphabet. The Upanishad is going to teach us the meaning of the word O. And at the meditation on the meaning of the letter of the sound Om, at that time you split it up into three.
Correct. And one more thing, Shekharji. So this is like everything in the creation is of formless and forms, right?
Yes.
So this formless is nothing but the absolute reality, right?
Exactly. The formless is nothing else but the absolute reality, which is timelessness.
Correct. So reality is something. Reality plus names and forms is nothing but creation. But when we concentrate on reality, it's formless, and names and forms generally exist in time, right?
Yes.
So whenever names and forms comes into contact, we are almost talking about something which is having time as an aspect,
Yes.
right?
You,
So
you,
the
you are
only
touching upon a very important point here.
Mhm.
The names and forms ultimately dissolve in the silence.
Correct.
And in meditation also, you should remember this particular fact which you are bringing up, and say, don't try to search where is that sound gone. It has just gone and merged with that reality.
Correct, exactly. So as you said, right, like, I think we should not think about A, U, and M, but like when we open our mouth, it's more like, we just expanded A, and after chanting Om, it's again just merged actually. So
Yeah,
that means A.
that means for using for chanting, you should just chant it as OM.
Okay. Hmm.
OM. When you chant OM, yes, that's correct. Om, Om, Om. It is O and M, not AUM.
Correct. Okay. Got it.
Mr.
And the
Mr.
silence after the vibration is Turiya.
Yes, that's correct.
Om. So that that vibration and the silence, that
Correct.
part is the same.
There is a vibration when you make the sound Om. There is a vibration in the atmosphere. Om, because this is your ultimately the sound results in vibrations. All vibrations, they all merge in something which is not in vibration, which is called as the silence.
Mr.
Correct.
Shekhar, I have another question. Maybe I'm not sure whether it's technical or non-technical. When we chant Om, breathing in, breathing out, Om, or just breathing out?
Okay, when you are chanting Om, forget about breathing.
Mhm.
Oh, it's in and out also Om.
Yes, forget about breathing. You only focus on the sound. You don't focus on the breath at all.
Yeah, but we are
The,
breathing,
the
right?
breathing will go on automatically. When you breathe, actually, when you breathe out,
Yeah.
when you breathe out, Om, automatically the breathing takes place by itself. You don't breathing and the chanting of Om should not be confused.
Oh, okay.
Don't confuse between breathing and chanting. Just chant. Your focus should be on the sound, not on breath at all. Always remember sound. So you initially what you can do is, if you are not used to it, let the sound be made physically. You can make the sound, but later on, after some time, let the chanting happen in the mind. Let the mind bring a thought of Om. Again, close. Again, chant Om mentally. What happens is, when you do this, after some time, you will realize what is a thought. See, many times we don't know what is a thought. Many people are still confused as to what is this thought which we are discussing so much in these Upanishads. When you deliberately chant mentally, you become aware of something called as a thought. Now, this Om is just one methodology of bringing up a thought and then resolving it. Again, bringing a thought, again, resolving it. When you do this exercise, when other thoughts of the world come, you will be aware of the thoughts.
Oh, Mr. Shekhar, the reason I asked, right, because I have been trying to chant Om, and I'm a bit confused that whenever I chant Om, right, it's like I breathe out, I chant Om, and then it's like automatically when I breathe in, there's no Om. So that's why I'm just asking, should I have the Om when I'm out? Om, there's a bit of sound, but when I breathe in, because I really experience it, I breathe in, and it seems like I shouldn't be saying Om, but then mentally I say Om. That's why I ask, because I'm a bit confused on that aspect. And then anyway, I will ask you separately. Yeah.
Okay, I will give you an explanation, a yogic explanation of Om. The yogic explanation is you observe the breath. While inhaling, it is a sound of O. While exhaling, it is a sound of Ma. Om, Om, Om. So when you just observe your breath, when you're inhaling, it will be O. When you're exhaling, it will be Ma. Again,
Oh.
just observe your breath. When you observe breath, the mind automatically will relate the inhalation with O and exhalation with Ma.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
Give it a try. You will see it.
Okay. Okay.
And
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
one more thing, Shekharji, what I've observed is like, while we do Om, right, there's no tongue involved actually, which
No tongue
means that
involved. No, that's
yeah.
correct.
Yeah, and which means that it says that it's the origin. It's the origin from where, all the other sounds, generally
Yes.
rise.
Yes.
And one more thing, Shekharji, so while we do this Om, right, I think, once we chant the Om and for a certain point of time, what we understood is we'll be aware of thoughts, right? We'll be aware of what's going on in the mind,
Correct.
right? And that will really help us, in doing Sakshi Bhavana. Sakshi
Yes,
Bhavana means,
that's correct. Remember,
yeah.
whenever the thought comes, remember they are only manifesting consciousness.
Correct.
Don't try to enter the thought and go with the thought. That is, you'll get lost in the thoughts.
Correct.
When you remember this fact that the thought is only an indication of the light of consciousness, then you are in meditation.
Correct. Just like this, Shekharji, whenever we are seeing a universe, right, we tend to see who is the creator. Likewise, when we get the thoughts, we can probably see where are these thoughts, coming from, right?
But don't
So
get involved in the origin of the thought.
Yeah.
Don't get too deeply involved. Hey, where is this thought coming from? Then what will happen is you will start analyzing too much on the thoughts rather than remembering the fact. The fact which the Upanishad is revealing is it is manifesting consciousness.
correct. Yeah.
Keno Upanishad clearly says this. Keno Upanishad, there is a verse in Keno Upanishad which says that every thought is only a manifestation, pratibodha viditam matam, that verse of Keno Upanishad. Remember, it is only a manifestation of who you are, of the light in which these thoughts are coming. Exactly like what? The moonlight, when I see the moonlight on a Amavasya day or on a Purnima day, when I see a full moon, my impression should be I am focusing not on the moonlight which I can see before my eyes, but in my mind I am thinking of the sun. The moonlight is only a reflecting medium, like my body is a reflecting medium for a light of the tube light. So similarly, that moon which I see there, that moon is the light in that moon is nothing else, is the light of the sun. So my mind should be focused on the sun rather than what my eyes are showing me. Similarly, I will be seeing the thoughts, but I should know that the thoughts are only illumined by that na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam. That verse.
Correct. Exactly. So
Or nana chit gato darasti tamaha deepak prabha bhaswaram. You remember these words? They're all talking about the same consciousness.
yeah. So I was going through your Vichara Sagara Mangalacharana shloka actually. I mean, such a beautiful thing. Yesterday I was going it, and
Oh,
I
very
found it.
good.
So,
I'm very glad
yeah,
that you have found it and going. It's very,
yeah,
very beautiful. Yeah.
very good. And also, it's like, it's different from the other shlokas, right? Like,
Yes.
we have Ashirvada shloka and we have some other shloka.
Yes.
But it is totally different. It talks directly about reality. Yeah.
Correct.
I was going. Thanks for your lecture, Shekharji, on that Vichara Sagar. I'm just looking for some more lectures on Vichara Sagar.
No, there are so many lectures. There's so much of notes available. It's an ocean of knowledge. Vichara Sagar
Correct.
is an ocean of knowledge. And
Correct. Yeah.
for those people who have gone through the Upanishads, who have got, and still they have not been able to, put that thing together and realize their self, Vichara Sagara is the ultimate answer.
Yep. Thank you so much. Yep.
Okay, Shama is saying it's the timelessness is really moksha. Very good. I think you have enjoyed the meditation session, Shama. I'm glad. What's coming out from you is what is the result of this timelessness. Are you there, Shama? Okay, I think she is not there. She has just put this comment. A plus U is also O. Yes, you're right, Ramesh. That is correct. Anybody else?
I am there very much.
Oh, okay, Shama. Tell me.
Namaskaram. Yeah. Thank you.
So, anything you want to expand?
Sorry, just 1 second. Today I'm on a different sort of system. So yeah, no, it's almost looks like the key essence of all Upanishads, and in that really, I mean, the whole seeking of what we are seeking.
Yes.
There is a very nice method which has been demonstrated here.
Yes, a very beautiful.
And your,
mantra. It's so beautiful. You see, when you go to understand the depth of this, then you say, "Oh my God, this is revealing Atma."
Yeah. So from all of that multitude of knowledge, from plurality, you come to the singularity.
Yes.
And then you can be very comfortable. You can then, as you want, you can go into plurality as you without any problems. You know. So you zoom in and zoom out.
Yes.
No issues. No issues, because you're in a good place, stationed in a good place. You see. So that's what I like about it.
You are stationed in the core of your personality, then you can handle anything in life.
Exactly. So yeah, thank you.
Okay. Does anybody else have any other questions? Bolo, bye.
What's the difference between AUH and OM? The two different words are really.
Which one?
AUH and OM.
AUH?
And OM, is it?
No, AUM.
AUM, is it?
Yeah, AUM is the written form of the sound Om. When you write Om, you write it as AUM. It comes from AUM. But when you chant Om, it is OM. Yes.
Can you please call me up on my phone?
So, is there anything else about why? Is it clear?
Yeah. It's I think 2 letters in one form.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. If there are no questions, we'll continue next week on next Wednesday. And we'll have these type of meditation sessions, because this Mandukya Upanishad is ultimately realization of the pure awareness. It will come when we are focused, and meditation, these small sessions, it will help you.
I took him for a walk. He was more interested in following the bloody dog, so he just didn't listen to me.
Okay, thank you very much to everybody, and good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shekharji. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
you very much.